Well, hello and welcome once more to Bute Road, and today a couple of surprises for you. Yes, I know. I've done a little bit of scenery and I'm going to show you that in a moment, but stay tuned to the end because there's a big announcement at the end of the video. So stay tuned for the end of it and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So yeah, we're going to run some trains to start with, then I'll show you some bits of what I've done, usual format, might even have a little bit of the real trains. I haven't got around to actually doing the editing yet, so this is before I've even started. So there might even be some real stuff as well, and then as I say, at the end, stand by. Catch you later in the video. Right, just to show you phase one of the embankment we were talking about in the last video, basically used it's a cereal packet and hot glue gun and put in the former for an embankment around the back. The next phase will be PVA and masking tape to give it a smoother effect, and then eventually green paint and then the flock on top of that. And then we should end up with an embankment around the back looking something like we've got along here. So that's what we're aiming for, that sort of effect, and that will sort of continue all the way along. Are you still watching? Here at this end I've got under the house here is an over centre latch which joins these two boards together, and what I've done, the house is removable. That just slides out from behind there, so the walling will slide down behind the green embankment, and then in behind there you can see is the over centre latch, and that enables me then to separate the baseboards, and then there'll be a join there in the foliage, but that would only be just bushes and that sort of thing there. So and the house will just drop back in when I want to put it back in, hopefully fairly neat and tidy like that. So that's where we are with that. Still not sure what I'm doing back in this corner. I may leave the cottages there, may put a couple of roadways in, T-junction or something like that to give it a bit of interest, or I may just do away with some of the cottages and have some fields or something. So jury's still out on that, they're not in their final resting place, if at all. So we'll see on that probably in the next video or two. So let's go on and run some more trains. bet some have jumped to the end already. One little job I have done is put the brick paper on the back wall ready for the recapping to go on there, and maybe something over behind and the supporting wall underneath. So and I might be putting a wider board there for the roadway to give me a larger station forecourt, but that's still up in the air at the moment. So that's another little job done, and there's more to come later on. Not long to go now, nearly there. Okay, the time has come to reveal all. Some of you probably skipped to here already, got bored with the rest of it, but anyway, I'm going to reveal. It's going to be in two parts, so bear with me on this. Let me show you part one. Let's go. Right, here we go. Okay, so the first bit of news is I've taken one point out from the depot area. Yes, I know it's hard to believe, but I wanted to make it a little bit more realistic rather than all crammed in. So what I've done, we've now got two roads at the back here. I've moved the shed over a road and put it straight, and the outside here is going to be a fueling road. So the idea being there'll be rubbish here like oil drums and pallets, that sort of thing. The pumps I'm going to mount alongside the shed, and then I've got room for a couple of locos there. The road where the 159 is, that will take 3 locos, or the 159 as you see there. And then we have a head shunt. Now, this is the other part. Why have we got a head shunt? What's that for? Because we now have 3 sidings for the electric units. Yes, I know I've taken up a little bit of more area over my workbench, but I can still get to my workbench. I can still work on bits and pieces, so that's all good. The plan here is there will be 3 sets of sidings coming up to a brick wall at the end here. There will be a road over bridge now at the end of the platform, a little bit like Eastleigh in many ways. Maybe even 2 bridges, so 2 bridges, yes. I've still got the electrics to move, so that's going to be a job for the next week or 2. Probably put them down the front here or something like that. But the extra piece of timber, unfortunately you might have a job to see it, but it's all just held on with bits and pieces and general sort of rubbish holding it all together. So that's the way I work, I budget. That's my nickname, I stick to that. The station area, I don't want to come out over these tracks here with the station area. So the thinking now is that we're imagining the road runs along the top of the wall here, parallel to the station. And then this is a turning area, forecourt for the station area. So traffic will come in around a little island and back out. There'll be a drop-off area, taxi area, that sort of thing for cars. So that's the new plan. And once we've got some stock in the sidings, then it should look quite good. And as if by magic, because there's no electricity supplied yet, I haven't done the wiring, but we've got some stock in there. There will be obviously a wall along the front, probably a good inch or so high, because I don't want to stop getting knocked off and falling on the floor when I'm putting other stuff back on the layout that's fallen off running through the back. So there we go. So that's it for this week, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing the few changes that I've made once again, and hopefully that's the end of the major changes. I think now, I think it's just a case now of tidying up, sorting out all the bits and pieces and getting on with some proper scenics now and getting the layout properly finished. Thanks again for watching. Safe modelling, enjoy yourselves. Cheers now. See you next time. Bye.